What's up everyone, and welcome to Cory's ACL Cheercovery vlog. So recently I just started doing physical therapy and I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about what has been happening. So if you are in the same boat as me and you just recently tore your ACL, I highly suggest searching out different physical therapists to see which one is right for you. For instance, before I got my surgery, I went to 2 different surgeons to see which one was the better doctor, and I'm so glad that I did because the first surgeon was great, but my second surgeon did a really good job at making sure that I was able to understand what was happening and the different methods that you could use to repair an ACL. The same thing goes with my physical therapist. The first physical therapist was pretty great and all, but his office didn't have the necessary equipment that I would need to help me get back to cheer. Since in college cheer, I'm going to be doing co-ed flying and I also will be tumbling. So that's where I found my physical therapist named Kristen. What I really like about her is that she has a background in gymnastics and her sister was also a cheerleader, so she understands what I need to do so I can be able to tumble when I get back into cheerleading. And also at her place she has this machine that kind of helps you balance around and stuff, so I can help myself get prepared for co-ed flying. Okay, so the first 4 weeks after surgery are very important for trying to increase your leg mobility, learning how to walk again, and then also strengthening your muscles so that you can walk again. My physical therapist, Miss Kristen, put on a heavy heat pack so that it could help straighten out my leg to extension. So she would put my ankle on top of a half circle foam roller so that I would elevate it a little bit and make it easier for my knee to go down and closer to extension. Next, she moved on to my kneecap mobility, and so she just basically manipulated my kneecap to where it can move a little bit more since it's still not fully able to move as much as my right kneecap.
If your kneecap doesn't move up and down and side to side like it's supposed to, you never get full range of motion of your knee back, okay? This is actually very important. So all I'm gonna do is you're gonna feel my hand right here, and I'm just gonna kind of give a little bit of pressure up, and then my hand right on top of your kneecap, and I'm gonna give a little bit of pressure down straight like that. And then it can go up this far. In comparison, this one can go down that far and can go up that far. Yeah. And your kneecap actually travels up when you bend your knee. And so if it doesn't travel up far enough, if it's too tight in this direction, you can't actually bend your knee as far as you normally would.
One of the exercises that Miss Kristen gave me so I could help improve my knee mobility was massaging my scar tissue. So for a minimum of 3 times a day, about 30 seconds each, I have to massage each of my scars up, down, side to side, just basically making it break up the scar tissue that's underneath so that I can be able to extend and bend my knee more easier. In my last vlog, I talked about a CPM machine, which is the machine that mechanically bends and extends my legs so that I can increase my knee's flexibility. For the first 2 weeks out of surgery, the CPM machine is very important, so it helps you not have your knee get locked up. And every single day of those 2 weeks, I had to use that machine about 2 to 3 times a day for 2 hours each. And it was really easy to do that on Thanksgiving break, but it was a lot harder to do it when I had school and cheer. But I always found a way to do it, no matter what it took.
Little bit of using your muscles. It's like 90% hands, 10% muscles, okay? You can grab lower on the bands also. You're gonna pull with the straps and use a little bit of your muscle to bend your knee up as much as you can. Okay? The pillowcase is on there just so that you slide easier.
So for my first week of physical therapy, I learned how to walk with 2 crutches and I was weight bearing on my left leg. And it's a little frustrating at first because you really have to put a lot of thought into how you walk. but before I got surgery, I really didn't think about how I walked, so you really are relearning how to walk again.
Walk is what we call weight bearing as tolerated. So you determine how much weight you put through your left leg, okay? It is completely up to you. So in the beginning, it might be very, very light, but as you get more comfortable with this, you'll be able to put more weight through your legs, okay? When you walk with crutches, your arms will go forward and then your left leg goes in the middle of the crutch, okay? So bring the crutches forward for me, and then your left leg meets them, and then you put as much weight as you can tolerate through your left leg as you bring your right leg forward. As you get comfortable with it, you'll start to bring your right leg in front of your left leg, and that's okay. That's getting to where you're walking normally.
And for my second week of physical therapy, after I got really good at walking on 2 crutches, my physical therapist took away 1 crutch so that I would be able to walk on just 1 crutch, which is on my right side. Perfect. Now, your left leg's a little bit wobbly, but that's normal, okay? Because you're putting more weight through this now because you're only using 1 crutch versus 2 crutches. For the first week of physical therapy, I was not able to flex my quad for the full 10 seconds, and so I would have to do 30 sets of 10 seconds each for my quad strengthening, and over time you were able to see that my quad actually has some definition, and it was easier to have my quad get engaged. So after I got the hang of getting my quad engaged, the second step was leg lifts. And at first I was not able to lift my leg by myself, so my physical therapist put on a stem machine to help engage the muscles and teach them that this is how it's supposed to feel when you lift your leg. And so for the first few times of doing that stem machine, I was able to lift my leg a little bit easier, and it was easier to control my leg, I guess. But after many days of doing my physical therapy exercises at home, my leg has gotten a lot stronger, and now I am able to lift my leg by myself. And I can also do back leg lifts by myself, which is very good considering that I am only on my second week of physical therapy. So let's talk more about knee flexibility. Right after my surgery, I was not able to bend or extend my leg like a normal leg should, but now I am able to extend my leg basically to where it is flat, and we'll probably later work on getting my leg a little bit hyperextended, considering that my right leg is a little bit hyperextended and we want to mimic my right leg. And so now my biggest goal is trying to work on knee flexibility. So my right leg bends right around 135 degrees, like by itself, and my left leg bends around 115 degrees, and that's with the help of my therapist.
So you pull,
Okay.
till where you feel a stretch and kind of like a tightness in your knee, but no pain in your knee. And then you hold that for 10 seconds.
Okay.
You're gonna do that 5 times, and then I'll come in again and I'm gonna pull and push.
Overall, I am doing really good at physical therapy, and each day I am getting stronger and stronger, and that just means I am one step closer to accomplishing my goal of becoming a college cheerleader. Of course, I cannot reach that college dream if I push myself too hard or too fast before I am ready. So I need to listen to my physical therapist and do everything that she says that I need to do, and make sure that I do all my exercises at home. And I just need to, take one day at a time and take these little victories that are coming each day and celebrate them, because that's like the only thing I can do right now. And I am really proud of myself for coming this far, considering that I've only had 2 weeks of physical therapy. That's all for now. Thank you for watching Cory's ACL Cheercovery vlog. I can't wait to talk to you soon. Bye!